Hey everybody, Rockley Smile here for another episode of the Cavern Kings Beta Let's Play. We are back for version Beta 26.0.5, and as you can tell from this title screen, we've got some pretty dramatic changes here. This whole lighting system is completely overhauled and quite dramatic and interesting looking. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to this to go over, but let's start in the options menu real quick here. So we've got probably a few things that were the same as last time. I honestly can't really remember exactly what was the same, but I'm pretty sure we didn't have the option between lighting of normal or dramatic. Let's see if we can hit dramatic and go back if the title screen looks any different. I think maybe, do the edges look a little bit more like frosted almost? Let's turn it back again and... Oh yeah, it's way different. Okay, gotcha. I don't know which one I like better. They're both good for different reasons. I'll go with dramatic for this one, and maybe we'll change it for the next episode so you know, get the gist of what we like or don't like. We can turn off screen shake here. We've got our damage numbers, dynamic camera. I'm going to leave that off still. I appreciate that this option is still changeable. I know that Vine's idea was at first to make the dynamic camera be mandatory, but I just really don't think I've gotten into it. Unfortunately, I don't know if other people feel the same way. Feel free to, by the way, feel free to chime in the comments. Let me know if you feel that way about the dynamic camera if you play some Cavern Kings. And we've got upscaling can be nice or cheap. I don't know exactly what the difference is there. Let's see if we back out. Can we see a difference? So that was cheap. This is nice. I'm guessing probably it's a blending thing, it's a filtering thing, so maybe it looks a little crispier on one than the other. Not sure, though. Anyway, we're going to stick with it the way it is. We got our standard and arena mode, as is the case, and we've got this whole wild menu here, where we can select a group of choices. We've got our usual characters here, Jack, Yoji, Thorax, someone who's locked, Mishka, locked, Top Hat, locked, Allium, Entite, and Bloop, and another locked. So we've got a few things to figure out still. And as you can see, we can now choose some very specific things here. We're just going to go back to Jack again one more time. We can pick our color. And, oh, I like that. That's great as his whole nose situation. Mouth goes away. Or just nose, actually. And then we can pick a hat for him. If you want. You get a bow. You get a little bucket. You get a Viking hat, you get a lantern, kind of spelunker hat, or a Christmas hat. It's very festive. Or you set it to random, which I think is what I'm going to do. And now you can finally pick your weapons from whatever you have unlocked, and you can set that to RAM as well. So, you know, if you have a particular choice, you want to focus on a particular type of run, that is now an option for you. So I am, for now, going to go with the standard setup that I tend to find is my favorite and my most useful, the nail gun shovel. I know maybe this is not everybody's favorite character choice, but we're just going to do a sort of a vanilla-ish run for this one in particular. Look at those light sources, they're so freaking brilliant. I love, love, love those gems underneath and how they look. That's so pretty. They glow like they're irradiated or something. Although I must say, my nail gun feels a little bit insubstantial. Maybe I should just shovel my way down. Oh man, the music kicks in. The majesty of Cavern Kings is alive and well. Let's get into things here. So let's see what we've got in our first box. There's going to be bound to be some pretty serious rebalances. I have played a couple of runs to this, by the way, before I get into the minutia of gameplay and get taken away. I have played a couple of runs. They've been generally easier from my experience, but I don't know that I've necessarily played on this particular patch, which may have been slightly rebalanced. There have been a lot of updates and things happening, and that's why I haven't covered the game in a little while. I wanted to give it some time to let some new stuff happen and keep it interesting. That way it doesn't feel like I'm just kind of going over the same territory too many times. And hopefully that, you know, makes the videos more interesting as a result. So we've got a new enemy, as you can see. We've got sort of a Metroid-style crawler there who has fallen victim to the Blades of Death, which I am about to do as well. And I really love that soft shading. It looks so good with the little, you know, the tufts of grass and such. Everything blends really nicely and just feels great. Makes it a little harder to discover some of these boxes, though, I must say, which I think maybe the other lighting mode may have not done that as much. And I do want to reiterate again, the music is so good in this game, my god. I was getting real tired of hearing that same track loop over and over again, but I did a run in arena mode now, and since there's a few different tracks, it actually was kind of softly blending between the two of them, that I heard anyway before I got, you know, summarily killed. But it sounded great. I really love it. There's enough meat to it now that I think maybe over prolonged play, it's not going to get quite as repetitious. What are you doing here already? We've only just started. Oh my god, I don't know if this is a good idea at all. I don't think I should engage that. I need to get out of this floor. Okay, so maybe sometimes we're going to run into enemies that might be a little bit out of my league. But we also might run into something like this, which is, first of all, underwater level. That's cool in and of its own self. We saw that before. That's nothing new. But we have never had this little squid area happen where they just freaking swarm us in every direction. I've got to make sure that I don't end up getting killed too early here, because I don't want to lose this what could be a great run. It doesn't take much to get started, but we just have to have a little bit of a catalyst, some damage ups, and a few levels, and all of a sudden we're going to be one-shotting everything we run into, and that's what we want right off the bat. In fact, I think the run that I did, that I told Vine about, I think was maybe a little bit too easy, so it may have been balanced in the other direction now, I'm not sure. So let's see, can I afford anything here? I'm at... Oh yeah, I could totally get... Oh god. I can't even see what's going on right now, there's so much happening. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I gotta get out! Oh jeez. That was not good at all. I didn't get to really look around that level. What is this? We've got a whole, like, Busch Gardens effect over here. That's cool as hell. The leaves actually do a little particle effect. Oh, things are looking so polished now. I love it. This is leaps and bounds over what it started at, I must say. I haven't seen a lot of new items yet, but I know that they are in. I think there's actually been a couple that I've even picked up and died so quickly afterward that I haven't seen. So we'll hopefully run into those and disclose what they are as we see them. I would love it if we could, like, break open a box up there and drop some health on my head. I feel like that could... Oh, geez. That could happen. It's possible. So a lot of explosions, though. Oh, the leaves come back! So you can get yourself trapped in the corner. That's new. This is like entirely new tiles and methods of operating. We've got a chest here, which I would love to break into, but it might be a little bit too rich for my blood. Let's see what we've got here. This is probably... Oh, it's 1,000. I am not quite at that point yet. We're at 414. Let's do this. 414. I have not very much health either, which is the other thing I'm super worried about. Really trying to stay away from groups of enemies. It's so easy to get swarmed in this. I just really wish I could find, like, a health crate somewhere up here. It's just so hard. I can't see with the lighting so dark. I don't know. It's gotta be intentional. Like, rewards you for taking the time for going a place that you're not sure if there's gonna be a reward or not. And you know what? I don't think we're getting in this chest on this particular floor. We might be able to grab this, though. Should give us a bit of a jump forward. Yeah, still not gonna be good enough, so we're gonna have to just ditch, unfortunately. I could have probably dragged that down with me, but didn't have the foresight. Let's pop into all of these. And I was hoping that maybe there'd be a big ol' health in one of them. Still could be one over there. We've got one... Oh, no! Spike Trap! How did I not notice you at all? I hate Spike Trap. You're the worst. Alright, let's grab that. And watch out for the falling stuff on my head. It does kind of change things a little bit when you've got to be aware of what's happening on the ceiling. It's kind of an inventive way of adding challenge to the whole thing, because a lot of what I felt to be the challenge when I would have difficult runs is primarily when I get swarmed by 100 enemies and then I can't at all see what's happening anymore, and then I just end up dead. Which still could happen, very likely actually, but we've got projectiles, we've got enemies swarming, we've got everything happening all at once, and my job is to parse that all out and hopefully break into this and get that big ol' health there. Much better. Alright, we're kind of alive again. Not quite flourishing or anything, but we're kind of alive. My damage is not quite high enough to be able to one-shot those, which could be a really big boon if I do get the ability to just tear through that, I don't know, do you call them a school? Whatever these squids are? I don't know. They have special names? We probably do. Alright, watch out for the eyeballs. I don't have very good mobility underwater, as I'm sure you probably are aware. Oh, that's a big ol' health. That's a lifesaver right there. Watch out. The squids are gonna get wrecked in a second by the drill. Maybe just let that happen and capitalize, if possible. That's a lot of money that could fall on my head, but I don't have the mobility to really take much advantage there. Alright, let's just go. Oh geez, the dynamite's flying everywhere. Alright, big health, yes. Beautiful. And what do we have over here? We're not running into very many item upgrades, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a downer on this run. Maybe it's just because we're still so early on. They're making it tough on me before I can spiral out of control and get too powerful, which is reasonable. I think it's probably an okay way to go about things. I hope there's not, like, ceiling traps beyond that spinning buzzsaw. don't think I've run into any yet. But like spikes that fall down on me, or like blocks. Well, I know there's blocks that can fall too. Oh geez. Oh, this is my last hit again. How on earth did I get this far down? I was fine just a second ago. Alright, still holding out hope. Perhaps a little bit more health can fall on me. Just the way these enemies can. I wouldn't count on much more beyond where we're at, though. I think we're about going... Yeah, we're done. So I'm at level 7 now. We could be verging on boss territory. Oh, we've got an icy land. Icy land on top of some trees. Interesting. Attacks reduce armor, so we got a piercing oculus. Not going to be too upset about that. I just wish it was, you know, the damage up. But when do I ever not want a damage up in a game, right? I play this kind of, in a weird way, a little bit like Isaac at times, right? I'm always looking for the damage ups to start, and then I worry about making sure I have health afterward. Although, you do have to keep enough health to be able to even have a chance. Alright, so we're actually doing okay again. We're back up around a little past half. See if that can continue going in a positive direction and just avoid taking hits for a little while. I'd love to grab that. Oh, we got a champion in play who very quickly burst into flames. We've got to get out of here now. Oh no! What is this? Oh my god, it's a new boss! I haven't seen a new boss in this game in ages. I wasn't even aware this was in this. This reminds me of something straight out of Titan Souls. And it seems kind of tricky, actually. I don't know how to fight it exactly, but I'm just doing my best not to get in the way. It seems to only shoot those spikes when it runs into a wall. So as long as I can stay to the edges, I think I'm going to be fine. It's breaking away all my platforms. I'm not a huge fan of that, but they'll come back. They'll regrow. And I'll regroup. Okay. Oh, careful. It's pretty red, so that's probably a good sign for me. Hit it. I actually really think this is one of the best boss fights so far. This is actually really interesting and takes a very different approach to all the other ones I've seen. Actually requires a lot more strategy, I think, than the other ones, which was just kind of like, you know, just don't get hit, run around in circles a lot, and hope for the best. But anyway, we got the volcanic bomb. Attacks explode on impact sometimes. That's good. Any more health on this floor would be fantastic if we could get a little recovery there. I don't think there's gonna be, though. What are these crazy mystic runes in the walls here? We've got, like, Egyptian temple textures now. Check out this music, though. Awesome. Alright, so we've gotten to the shop. I am definitely going to purchase some missile upgrades. We can actually get multiple if we choose, and I will. The more we get, the more they stack, the more power our missiles get, or perhaps the more numerous our missiles get, and in this case, that might be able to keep me alive a little longer, because it might be able to take some stuff in advance before it can get to me. So that's the one thing about the shop, is you can load up on certain items when they're there, provided you have the extra money to spare, and I think purchasing 3 of those missiles was a good idea. You could really use the offensive upgrade as much as possible, since I was complaining about damage just earlier. Okay, watch out for that guy. We got a big old gem over here. I would consider maybe even getting another one if I had time to get back up, but I don't. What's gonna happen with the shop when it gets overtaken by the drill? Looks like it just fades away. Fair enough, now I know. I'm on the lookout for any kind of new types of rooms, because that's very interesting to me. I want to see what ways we can augment this gameplay. Oh, I hate that that trap's there. Alright, we made it go away. And we're at full health again. Our health is so good that I actually don't even need that one. Weird. That is not what I've been used to. So, now, we just gotta make sure we get a key, which should not be difficult, because one just dropped on my head. And we gotta pop that sucker in the lock. It's a little hard to see what's going on, since the lighting is so dark. But if you haven't seen this before, there's a lock and key mechanism here. I just gotta basically pop this sucker in, and then we can move out. I actually didn't anticipate jumping through that immediately, but it's fine. I did want to get a move on, but at the same time I did want to suck a little bit more money out of that floor if possible. Okay, we've got some kind of riskily, is that even a word? Riskily placed saw blades here. I want to make sure I don't run into those. Especially because I get distracted, and then because of the lighting, they kind of just fade away. I was thinking about trying to dig one out, but you know what? My weapon is not able to do that properly, so I have basically 2 close-range weapons. I do a lot of damage in bursts that are close to me, but I can't really do a lot about stuff that's at any distance. That's what my missiles are here for right now. And I think that's the way that I could have augmented that run to make it a little bit more viable. Am I going to make it over to that blue gem? I am. And we're at 2075. That's actually fine. I think we can get into another chest right here. And we got a Jin Zephyr Horn, increases secondary attack speed, so we're going to get a little improved shovel action. Not so great on this particular floor, just because, well, it's icy, and I don't want to slip everywhere. But that's alright, we'll make do with it. Gotta watch out for that block that's embedded up in the trees up there. It is a crushing block. I don't know if you can see, but there's little spikies on the bottom there, and that will definitely wreck my face if it gets on top of me. So let's stay away from that if possible. At least this way I've got a little bit of a buffer zone before it hits me. Cool, cool. Let's pop this sucker open. I'm getting like Power Rangers vibes from the music right now, which is so good. I think I should be able to kill this champion before we get down. I'm certainly not leveling as fast as I was prior, which is probably good because I felt a little bit overpowered then. Alright, get out, get out, get out! The freaking snow kept pushing me back every single time. Oh, this is going to be tricky for me to bust up into that ceiling. But I do need to do that because I want to get that crate out. I don't think I can actually reach it at all. Maybe not. I'm trying to use my shovel to get a little bit more airtime. But I do need to use my double jump just to even get up there at all. Okay, maybe could my missiles get that for me? I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait until the drill comes and takes care of it. But I'm also noticing longer runs in average. It seems that, for the most part, I'm not dying as much right on the first couple floors. And I appreciate that. I think that makes the game a little bit more, well, interesting, but strategic in that you have to plot out longer courses for things. You don't want a run that just starts and immediately ends. And, well, maybe you'll run into that when you first start playing, but hopefully once you get the hang of, you know, movement and avoiding things and what you're trying to do, shouldn't be very difficult to sort of min-max a little bit of that. You want to get Phoenix Pinions here? They're 500 each. I think I might get a couple, yeah. Leave a little bit of a burning trail behind me that enemies could feel like walking into, perhaps. Could be useful in helping not get mobbed as much. I hope the strategy behind all of these options are starting to coalesce in a way. Because I haven't really thought about like the long-term viability of certain strategies versus others, but that's something that we're going to start focusing in on now that the game is a bit more finished. I'm not sure to what level we're getting to like the end total of items being added to the game, but every time something major gets added, like it's going to reform some of the strategies that are necessary to make progress, I think. But it is really interesting seeing those things kind of dynamically form up around us as I'm becoming aware of them. That's a lot of money that's flying in every direction. I really enjoy that when that happens. I'd like that crate, but it's not going to happen. You know, it only had a little health in it anyway. Let's move on. Oh god, I accidentally hit that TNT. Don't kill me. Thank you. Also, again, be aware that I am playing, you know, the vanilla default character here, which is not the most interesting for most runs. But I will mix it up. I just like to sometimes just focus in on, like, the most basic of strategies, just so I can form ideas around not having other variables get in the way. Oh, this could be bad right here. Oh no. I think I may have just missed that health entirely. Oh no, I've gotten in the kill box. I didn't realize how dangerous that was to be there. I knew they'd keep coming, but I thought I'd have a little bit more of a chance to get out. Oh no. Oh no, it's all falling apart. Get down, get down, get down. Okay, watch out for rock dudes. Oh, get the health, get the health. Yes! Oh, sweet health. Sweet health. Watch out for Blockman. Just took all my health away again. I just got that back, dude. That's so rude. Alright, what is that? Titanium Ooze. More invulnerability after getting hit. Oh, that's perfect. I was saying we needed some of that for a long time. I guess there's now an item for it. I think that's the first time I've seen that item, actually. No, that's not true. I saw it in the arena, but I didn't see what it did, so I didn't actually really get to use it, quote-unquote. I mean, I did, but I didn't know I was using it. Plus, I only had it for like 10 seconds before I died. Alright. Could we get maybe another double jump at this point would probably be useful. I feel like I'm running into enemies a lot out of, you know, just necessity to get out of situations. You know what? I will capitalize on this chasm that's been formed. We could get more titanium ooze here if we choose. Are they pretty cheap? 500 each? Or more missiles. Let's see what's in this crate first. Crate is great. Gives me some health and a big old gem. We're not running into too many weapon upgrades, you know, just freely available. I would like to maybe see a few more of those. Should we get maybe one of each? Yeah, let's double down on missiles again. I think missiles are really helpful. I do like this champion that just showed up. I'm going to be able to do a ton of damage to him before he even gets in my range, just because of those missiles, so I've got to make sure I capitalize on that opportunity. And for bosses that I might not have clear line of sight on, having a homing ability is huge. Let's get out, I think. There's not much else here for me right now. Okay, boss number 2. This is a boss that I'm familiar with, but I'm fighting it in a room that I'm not familiar with. And look at this awesome, helpful little arrow showing me what's up. I appreciate that very much. All these little details that are coming together make this game really something awesome. I mean, it was great to begin with, that's why I was so behind it, but it's really, production values are getting higher and higher by the update here. Oh, geez, that's bad. Got myself in a circle of death there. There's, like, one crate that I might be able to get at over on the top right corner. Let's see what I get for a drop. We got a homesick shard, that's not that good. And all the leaves are now back. But I do have 4 homesick shards, so that's actually gonna, I don't know, do some really good stuff for our damage, I'm hoping. Stuff's in range of that. And let's see if we can get over here without getting spiked too hard. I really hope that these leaves can't, like, reappear on top of me and kill me or something. That would be very unfortunate. I think they don't do that, but I don't know. Anyway, let's go down to our next floor. We're now at a depth of 10,524 feet. Cool. And where do I leave? Oh, over here. Where there is a clearly marked open area in the leaves. So now we've entered the new music zone, which is awesome, because this music is really good too. Every single track in this whole game has been fantastic. Seriously, my hat's off to the musician behind this. Good, good stuff. So we've got a key room. I've got to make sure I get access to that, and I don't know where it is yet. So I need to dig through some of this crap, and... oh, find it. There it is. I believe there might be a crate on top. Oh, this dirt is real hard to break through now. I might be under-leveled at this point. I'm not sure. Let's grab a key, and let's just pop this open. And let's see if we can get a little bit more on this floor before we leave. I saw some health up there, but it seems to have vanished. Oh, I guess those don't drop down, do they? They just kind of hang out. Fair enough. We're done then, because I don't think I'm getting much else. Another water level. I feel like the special condition levels might be a little bit excessive. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm running into as many as I am regular floors, but maybe that's the intended goal. I'm not sure. Alright, don't get in Squid World, because that place sucks. I just wanted to pop open the piece of dirt that has this thing spinning on it, so I could get this off of the playing field and maybe get over there to that chest. Oh no. Oh no, get the health! I can't get the health! Oh, I didn't get the health! I got overwhelmed. You know, to be fair, that was actually a pretty legit way to go. As far as things go, I feel like that was my fault. I could have mitigated that better. I got greedy. I wanted to go over that chest. I got overwhelmed. There were too many squids. I couldn't control myself properly. There was enemies swarming and jumping. And I just kind of let things get in the way and mess it all up. So I only made it to level 10, but I did at least drill down to 11,491 feet, so I can't be too upset about that. I feel like we got a decent amount of drops for the amount of space that we went. I did buy a lot of them myself, though, so keep that in mind. If I would have removed all of those missile upgrades and then the one titanium ooze, look how many less we would have had there. Did I get homesick shards from a vendor, too? I think I must have just got them on drops. I must have just gotten really... I don't know if lucky is the word, but I got a lot of them in sequence, which is probably pretty rare that that would happen unless you try to influence the odds somehow yourself. But anyway, I would say it was a pretty solid run. I feel like this has renewed my energy for the game, and I feel like there is now a sufficient degree of challenge while also equally benefiting balance with regard to bonuses. This is very oddly alliterative, wasn't it? I didn't intend it to be that way, but sometimes it just happens. But anyway, I'm looking forward to playing some more Cavern Kings. I hope you guys are looking forward to watching some more. I'm looking forward to hopefully setting a new record here. I think it could be quite possible. 11,000 feet may be my record right now, actually. I haven't looked at my stats in a while, or if it even keeps those stats, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think we can definitely head towards like the 20,000 feet mark as our new goal for how can we min-max our gameplay a little bit, and hopefully we'll get better drops next time that give us a bit more damage early on. I know it's certainly possible, just gotta find the right stuff at the right times. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy the series, and see you on the next one.